Hi there, welcome back to my channel. I'm here to do another reading vlog. I was really in the mood to do just a day reading vlog. I hadn't done one in a couple of weeks and I wanted to change that, so here I am. I plan on doing quite a few in June. I am participating in 4 different readathons and I'm going to do week-long vlogs for each readathon. And so yeah, I'm really excited for that. But today I'm currently in the middle of one book. I'm reading Only Love by Melanie Harlow, and this is the 3rd book in the One and Only series. I previously read Only You, which is the 1st book, and Only Him, which is the 2nd book, and now I'm on the final book called Only Love. And this series is about 3 different sisters, and the first one was about Emmy, the second one was about Marin, and the 3rd one, which I'm on now, is about the oldest sister named Stella, who is a therapist. And she's been dating this guy for a year and there's no chemistry, no spark. They've never been intimate, nothing. And she believes that there's more to compatibility than just the physical. And it's her birthday and she thinks he's going to propose to her, but really he dumps her. So she's kind of thrown for a loop and she gets lured to visit her grandma in Florida, who claims she needs her medical help. And when she gets there, she realizes her grandma is fine and she's trying to set her up with the ex-Marine Ryan, who lives next door, who's kind of brooding and emotionless. And of course, it's their romance. And I'm a little over halfway through this and I love it. I really liked the 1st book, Only You. That was a friends to lovers romance. Loved that one. But then I didn't love the 2nd one, Only Him, which was a second chance romance. And this one is neither of those. So I really like this one a lot. I think I might even like it more than the 1st one. I don't know, I just really like this setup where the grandma set her up with the neighbor. I thought that one that's really cute. So yeah, I'm currently reading this one and I'm probably gonna finish this soon. It's a pretty quick read and I'll update you guys once I do that. And then I have a few library books out right now, so I'll kind of go through those with you guys when I come back and kind of decide what I'm going to read. So yeah, I think that's all for now and I will see you soon. So it's only about an hour and a half later, but I've gotten to about 75% the way done with Only Love and I'm really liking this book. I think it's my favorite in the series. I just really like the romance between Stella and Ryan and I like where it's heading. And it's kind of a whirlwind romance where they're only together for about a week while she's in Florida, but they obviously develop feelings really fast. And usually I'm not a huge like insta love type of person, but it did have like a lot of buildup to it, so I really am liking that one. But I have 3 library books out from the library right now. I thought that I had more, but I think that's because I have 3 that are ready to be picked up at the library. So that'll be 6 library books. I have a lot of library books out right now and I'm reading a lot of like Kindle Unlimited books for Smutathon. So I need to read these library books so I can get them back. But I have 3 right here. One of them I know I'm not going to read right now. I think I'm going to read it for a different readathon because of a word in it. So I have Come Find Me by Megan Miranda. This is a YA sci-fi thriller. I've only read her adult thrillers. I've read 3 of them and I really liked them, but I hadn't read any of her YA titles and I know she has a lot. And Kayla over at Books and Lala loved this one and I've been kind of liking a sci-fi element in thrillers lately. So I thought I might enjoy this. I hope it's nothing too out there where to me it doesn't feel relatable, but I think it'll be a really quick read. The text is pretty large. YA, the pages aren't super huge, so I think that it would read really fast. It's not that many pages either, so I might read this one. And then this one I think I'm going to read for the Buzzword Readathon because the word is you. And this is Lies You Never Told Me by Jennifer Donaldson. And I've heard a few people mention they've read this. This is a YA thriller of some sort. I don't really want to know too much about it, but on the back it says, Elise, the more secrets she keeps, the more lies she tells. Gabe, he's haunted by rumors he can't control. Catherine, a fresh start means no more mistakes. And Sasha, she will do anything to get Gabe back. They all have something to hide, and when the truth comes out, their lives will burn. So it sounds really interesting. The cover is really pretty. But I think I might save this for the Buzzword Readathon because it's not due at the library until after that. So I might save it for that. And then the last book from the library is The Last Year of the War by Susan Meisner. I've read Secrets of a Charmed Life by her and loved it, which is a World War II historical fiction. And this one is also World War II historical fiction, and this one came out this year. I've been putting it off just because it is about 400 pages and the text is a little bit on the small side, so I think I've just been putting it off, but I think I'll really like it. I loved her other World War II fiction novel. I'm not sure if it takes place 2 different timelines, but I know that her other one did, and that's what I really loved about it. I love historical fiction that take place in 2 different timelines, and it looks like this takes place with someone who was a Japanese American currently and then Germany in the past, so maybe it is dual timeline. But it says, from the acclaimed author of Secrets of a Charmed Life and As Bright as Heaven comes a novel about a German American teenager whose life changes forever when her immigrant family is sent to an internment camp during World War II. But yeah, this one sounds really good. It's due in about a week, so I need to read it because I don't think I'll have any time to read it next week. So yeah, maybe I'll read this one. But I'm kind of looking for something a little quicker, so maybe I'll read Come Find Me. So I'm going to finish Only Love and then choose one of those books, and I'll come back and update you guys. Currently, Avery is just wanting some mommy attention. She woke up a little while ago from sleep and kind of was in a bad mood this morning. So hopefully she's in a good mood later. But yeah, I'll check back in with you guys in a little bit. So Avery has a huge thing of toys, more toys than she could ever want. And for some reason, she decides that she wants the cat toys because they are way cooler than baby toys. Just that is kids for you. You buy them something and they want the complete opposite. So luckily all these are safe. They're not anything she'll choke on, but it's just hilarious that she wants the cat toys and not the huge thing of toys we have over there for her. So yeah, that's my baby for you, but at least she's in a good mood now. Okay, so it's a few hours later and I apologize if you hear some noises. Avery is behind the camera playing with a box, so she's being a little loud. But I have gotten a little bit of reading done. I ended up finishing Only Love by Melanie Harlow, and I loved this book. So cute. I think this is my favorite in the series. I loved the romance between Ryan and Stella, and I really liked that Ryan is ex-military, and so that was something I could relate to as my husband's in the Air Force. So I really liked that about it, and I just liked the overall plot line. I thought it was really good and funny, so that one was really enjoyable for me. And then I decided to try a chapter of both of the other books I was thinking of reading. So first I tried a chapter of Come Find Me by Megan Miranda, and I didn't really like this at all. It was a little confusing. It's a little stranger than I was looking for. I wasn't looking for something quite like this. What I've read about reviews, it is not exactly like what it says in the dust jacket. And so I don't think this is for me, at least not at this time. So I'm going to return it to the library, and then if I'm really interested in a later date, then I will just check it back out. But I don't think I'm in the mood for this, and it kind of made me not want to read at all. So don't think it's the time for this one. And then I picked up The Last Year of the War by Susan Meisner. I read one chapter, I believe, only like 10 pages. So this one I like a lot more. Like I was saying, it's World War II historical fiction. And this one does follow, I believe, 2 timelines, but in the first chapter we only see the current timeline. And it is about a woman named Elsie, and she is in her 80s now, and she lives in the US, in California and LA, and she is dealing with Alzheimer's, and she's trying to track down someone that she was in an internment camp with in 1943. So they got separated, they were in this internment camp together, and then Elsie's family got sent to Germany, and her friend's family got sent to Japan, and it's been like 60 years since they've seen each other, And you know that now Elsie is trying to find her friend that she hasn't seen in 6 decades. So I'm assuming that we are going to see what happened back in 1943 and what's happening in 2010. So I think this will be really good and emotional, and I haven't read a lot about Japan in regard to World War II, so I'm hoping we get to see some of that. Whereas her other book I read, Secrets of a Charmed Life, was about Germany in World War II and being in a concentration camp in Germany. So a little bit different topic. I've heard some mixed reviews about this book, but this one definitely I'm more excited about than the other one, so I'm definitely gonna finish this one. I don't think I can finish it today. It's quite large, and Avery has been a handful today, so I haven't had as much time to read, but I will update you guys once I get a little bit further. Okay, so it's now 5:45 and I've made a little bit of progress in The Last Year of the War by Susan Meisner. I'm on page 106, so I'm about a quarter of the way through, a little bit more than a quarter because there's, I think, 380 pages. And so far I was right. It does have kind of dual perspective, dual timelines with the main character Elise, and basically she's searching for a friend of hers that she met in an internment camp in 1943. Her friend was Japanese, she is German American, and they basically got to this internment camp and they're torn apart at the end of the war when they're both sent back to their respective countries. And so she's searching to find her friend and return something to her that she was given in the internment camp. And I really like that it takes place in internment camps in the United States and in the United States versus Europe during World War II, because I don't feel like we get to see a lot of those stories, but it is a little bit boring. The writing is just kind of drags on and I haven't really felt anything yet, and not a lot has actually happened, and it's just the way it's written is a little odd. The main character, she's in current time, but they kind of reflecting back in the past, and then it hops back to the present, so it's a little choppy that way. I'm a little surprised by the writing just because I loved the other book I read by this author, but this one is just a little bit on the boring side and I'm just not feeling a lot about it. And when I went on Goodreads to see what my friends thought about it, some people loved it, but then some people felt it was boring as well, and they had read this author's other books. So I'm gonna make some more progress in here. I'm gonna try and make some more headway in this book. Hopefully I'll get to about halfway through before the night is over. If you hear any noises, it's just my daughter. She's eating her dinner. My husband is feeding her. I think we're gonna get some dinner, maybe watch a show or a movie, and then do some reading. Basically just try to unwind because I did have quite a stressful day. But yeah, I'll check back in with you guys before the end of the night. Okay, so it's a little bit before 10 p.m. and I'm doing my final check-in for the night. I am pretty tired. My husband and I are watching 2020, and I had just finished The Last Year of the War by Susan Meisner. I probably would not have finished it so quickly, but I skimmed a good portion of it. I could tell by like the halfway mark I wasn't loving it. I'm a little disappointed just because I really liked The Secrets of a Charmed Life by this author, and it had a lot of good promise. It does have a good premise surrounding friendship and being torn apart during the war, and I liked that it surrounded the US internment camps versus Europe, so those aspects I really liked. But it was extremely slow and I never really connected to the characters or to the storyline, and I found myself not really caring all that much. Considering how heavy war is and these topics are, I just didn't feel connected. So for that reason I ended up giving it 3 stars, and I thought the ending was okay, but yeah, I was a little disappointed. I was expecting more from this author. I would love to read more by this author in the future. This one just was a little bit of a letdown. I know I've had a couple misses today, but I did really love the first book I finished, Only Love. So that one was the best one of the day. This one, not so much. I'm just glad I didn't purchase it. I checked it out from the library. So this will be going back, as well as that Megan Miranda book that I tried a chapter of. So yeah, I think that is gonna wrap up this vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys on my next one.